So we have started. We just started now. We're just starting now. So guys, was sect and yeah, you just fix something. Well, I'll do that quickly. Hey guys, we just started few minutes, few seconds, not even up to a minute, and just like what I've been doing, just like we keep on doing, just like we've been often doing, and we're set and we're back here again. Like we have started up the live stream session despite it's cold here, but of course we're going to be streaming too. So just a quick let me fix something on my screen. Just a quick one. Yeah. I just feel something now. So guys, we just started and here we go. So much appreciation to every single person watching us, and we are not taking it for granted, and it so much means a lot. Your presence here always means a lot, and we are not here to waste your time. Anything I look like that, but just like we give knowledge, like shaping mindsets and all of that. So guys, that's okay, that's cool. So we're going to be diving into like we're diving now. Yes, and just like our what's it called? Our routine, or just like the way we all normally do it. We do welcoming, then welcome new viewers, returning viewers. Then before we get into whatever matter brought us here. Okay, guys. Okay, I don't want to sound too loud, but it's fine. And maybe if my audience that always make me to sound too loud when they come online, we're going to be laughing out loud. Yeah. So guys, we just started now, so we're going to be doing welcoming. So if you're a new viewer, if you're just a passing by, if this is your first time of seeing us, if you're a new viewer, we're welcoming you. If you're a returning viewer, we're welcoming you. If you're a old viewer, yes, I'll not forget my old friends. I have some old friends. Well, maybe they are not online here, but they will get to join later. So if you're a old viewer, if you've been joining our live stream session because we've been streaming for a while, and you've been joining, well, if you're here, your presence means a lot. I want to tell you that, and we just started a few minutes ago, just like 1 minute or two, and we have something big. Like we have huge things. Like we have a lot to dish out, and as I said, we're not acting, is more of knowledge. We're here to give knowledge. And okay guys, so I'm UFGRAPHICS. For the sake of people see me for the first time, and we're good people here, like we're good people. I don't want to sound this. Okay, I'm UFGRAPHICS, and for the sake of people see me for the first time, and what we're doing here is very, very simple and transparent and positive. And you may be asking, what is this little boy doing here? Okay, I'm UFGRAPHICS, and what we're doing is simple. We talk about life after school. And we often say something like life after school, the brutal truth every student should know. So it's not longer students now. The brutal truth, every young person, every young adult, anywhere anywhere you are in the world, you really need to know this brutal truth about life after school. And it's proven like that is what's it called, student life after school. Like people are not talking about, not is like is often is obvious, is real. People always talk about motivation. You get to see people motivating people, wake up by 3, work hard, all of those stuff. You get, actually it's cool, but we're telling you that life of outside life, sorry, after I mean when students graduate from a university and tertiary institutions, like their outside life is the more like, that's more like what's it called, the basis, the primary issues or cause of them feeling of them not succeeding. Let me tell you the reason why. Because you go to school is structured, school is very, very structured, and school will just guide you on your area of study, and the school is not ready, and school was not structured to teach you about life, how to make money, how to navigate, how to make critical decisions, how to plan, how to do all this succession plan and all of that. School was not structured for that. Have you seen the difference here? So we have many students, many young people graduating, being into the real world, just being stuck. He's going to look like he's going to start looking like a new face of life altogether, because they are more like going to start living independently. They are more like going to start figuring things by themselves. They are more like everything is going to start looking strange because they have not been in that phase. Obviously, so them leaving the school, starts living on their own, starts figuring things, starts working out for themselves. If they were not told, most of them are going to make mistakes. Now, we say it's a brutal truth because I stated that before. I'm just giving what's it called a foundation of what we've been saying for the sake of first time viewers so that they are not going to be stuck. Do you get? And I said everything we're saying here is more like the basis. Like this is the basis of students not succeeding, students being stuck at some point in life, and students start regretting why they ever entered university. In my country, I don't know in your country, often people often say school is a scam, and we do hear a lot of people say school is a scam. So we actually don't believe that school is a scam. The issue there is that young people or young students, graduated students, most of them lack the right information. Information, they said, is power. So actually, if they know better, they are going to be living better. So let's just assume that most of these young people failing, we said people don't fail because they lack intelligence, like they don't fail because they are not smart. No, we have a lot of smart people, very very intelligent, but they still fail. Now we may be asking, what's the cause? Now the actual cause there is not about knowledge, it's about right information. Information is everything. Now if you don't know anything, if you don't know something, there's no way you can solve it. You cannot solve a problem that you don't know. It's very very transparent. So many young people don't know about outside life. That means their life after school. Most of them don't even make preparation. Most of them, nobody taught them. Nobody is even informing them of what to expect. In real life, you're going to be seeing a lot. When you in real life, we say real life. Okay, we often say this way. Real life, we throw a lot to you, and we said part of the thing that real life is going to be thrown into you is we throw rejection. Yes, because it's often you must not, or people are not going to be accepting you. You're going to experience rejection. Every young person should know this. You're going to experience rejection, failure, criticism, pressure from family, from friends, from social media. Like, oh my god, it's going to be a lot. Now what is expected of you is not to quit, because that's not the best option. Then it's just to navigate, it's just to have the mental or the mental readiness, the mental ability to stand strong. Obviously, so what we'll do here is very very simple, is to more like help students know what the future holds and know what is expected of them to do. Then they are going to start in what's it called, stand a better chance of navigating. Probably they have known, or let's just say, well, informing them or what to expect in the future. So on that hand, they are going to be like, oh, I'm going to experience failure, I'm going to experience rejection. On that hand, they are going to make preparations just for them to navigate it. That's the goal. Like that's the priority. So we don't have any other goal apart from that. So it's just, we don't want more of failure. We don't want seeing young people failing despite going to school, because it's going to make school look like a scam, which we don't want. Of course, school is not a scam. So guys, on that, okay, that's more like a stepping stone for first time viewers. That's what I just use that to clarify them, or just to give them a hint of what we've been talking about. And we have a lot of videos already in our channel. Maybe you can just check them out maybe anytime. So if you're here, is this saluted or what? Like it's so much regarded, and it means a lot. So before now, there's something on the thumbnail, and anytime we come up like this, of course we stream every day. Oh, that's cool, but we're always talking about something every single day. We come up on our live stream like this. Just like today, we have something. So okay, so we have actually something on the thumbnail. I guess that's what we're going to be elaborating on, and I'm going to try making it precise. I don't just know how many people here. I don't just know if they are my returning viewers. I don't just know. But if you're here, I just want you to know your presence is not discarded. Is not taken for granted. And you're free can ask us questions. We're good people. Anyway, guys, I said we're going to be diving into what brought us, like why today's life instruction is holding. Okay, we said something like the dark side of many students. I guess that's what I have on my thumbnail, if I'm not wrong. The dark side of, what's it called? Okay, the dark side of many students. We're not saying every student, many students. Now, we want to stay in a safer side because many students, or maybe some students, may not have the dark mind. But let's just say many students, just a good number of them. I'm serious, like a good number of them. I'm going to be proving that. Okay, we said the dark side of many students, and what we're trying to achieve in today's life session is just more like it's about mindset, because if your mindset, if we're talking about success, talking about everything, it's relies in your mindset. There is a saying that most people's prison is not physical, it's their mindset. Most people, their mindset is limiting them, is constraining them, is actually limiting them, restricting them from expanding, from advancing. Do you get? So mindset can do a lot more harm than good, more than you think. Do you get? So it actually needs to be properly checked. Have you seen? And that's what we do here. We try resect your mindset, try giving you a good perspective, more like a greater one. You're going to start seeing things from a different view, more like a positive one, and that's the goal. Okay, guys, so it's fine. So that's subtopic or whatever. We're not lecturing, we're just dishing out knowledge. And if you're with me, I'm with you. I'm with you guys. Okay, we said the course objective not to criticize anything or anything that looks like that, but to make you understand that it's just all about mindset, because we're talking about the dark mindset of many students. So you're going to stand in a better chance to actually know the right mindset, and like why is that, okay, why we call it a dark mindset, and the reason, and how to navigate. So that's what we'll do here, and that's what today's section stream is all about. So we're going to be trying running it around and giving you a precise, I don't know. Okay, we said firstly is what is a dark mindset. Let's drop our book. We're serious now. What is a dark mindset? If we're talking about dark mindset, okay, let's start literally. If we're to get the word dark, it means I don't know, it means something that is hidden. Dark means darkness, like bad, negative. Yes, if we're ever referring to dark. Now we're talking about dark mindset. Now mindset, we're going to combine the word, but let's just get its meaning separately. So I said dark is more like darkness now, and is also representing a kind of negative side. Now mindset has to do with your thinking, your mental, how you reason, how you react to things, how you take up decisions, and how you go about things, how you take up things to yourself. Like it has to do with mind, and we're saying the dark mindset. Okay, if we're combining the two words together, let me give you what it means now. The dark mindset we're talking about, this is more like the limiting mindset, the constraining mindset, the what's it called, restriction mindset that many students have. So it's just all about limited, it's just all about the limited mindset. Let me just make the word plain, the limited mindset many students have. So, and it has done more good, no, it has done more harm than good. And what we're here to do is just to give you a clearer picture and help you know the dark mindset. And you run. I don't know. I'm serious. Forget I'm laughing. These are nature. These are nature. Okay, guys. So we said, what is the dark mindset? I just try giving you what it means, like literally, and trying combining the word. And what's the sense of a dark mindset is that you're allergic to growth. Yes, you're more like, you're not seeing things from a good perspective. This is just more like a sign of a dark mindset, because it's dark. So there's nothing positive about it. So it's more like you're not seeing yourself as something good can come out from you. It's a wrong and dark mindset. You're against progress. You hate seeing people succeeding. Have you seen? So this is characteristics, more like signs that someone's mindset is dark. Have you seen? So, and if your mind is dark, trust me, you're going to correct it. Bet me, you're going to correct it. Okay, it's fine. So these are signs of dark mindset. We were talking about dark mindset. So we said the common dark mindset many students have, the life can be, what's it called, changing, so they stop comparing. Okay, still talking about dark mindset. Before now, we explained it bit by bit. We first of all actually we got the meaning of dark. We said is more of negative because it's dark. Anything that is described as dark is is said to. Like it's not always positive and good. And we get to know that mindset has to do with our perspective, how we think, how we see things. At first, if you're talking about mindset, your viewing comes first, because if you cannot withhold something, you cannot decode it. Yes, decoding is more like taking it up to your mind. And we're saying your viewing comes first. Now that has to do with that. That means anything you see affects you. I don't just know how to explain. I'm serious. Like if you're talking about mindset, if I close my eyes now, I'm not seeing. Even when you're asking me, okay, even when you're telling me positive things, I'm not seeing it. So far as I'm not seeing it, I'm not encoding it. It's not entering my memory. I'm not assessing it. I'm not even reasoning it because I'm not seeing. Have you seen? So that has to tell you that viewing has a lot. Like viewing is like it does a lot in the aspect of mindset, because it first of all come majority of the things that we encode in our mind, that we assess, that we process, that we react to, it comes from our seeing first. So that's okay. If we're even trying to correct this mindset of a thing, that means we're going to feed our viewing with more positive things, because since our mindset is affected by what we see, that's in terms of our viewing. That means if we're ever going to be correcting it, it will come first from our viewing. We're going to start correcting our viewing. Maybe we're going to start looking maybe positive things, and start thinking about positive things, and maybe we'll correct it from there. Well, that's not the angle I'm going. I'm just trying to tell you that mindset is linked to viewing. And if we cannot talk about mindset without talking about your view, because your view transmits something to your mind, then your mind processes it, then gives you feedback, and that feedback is actually based on how your mindset is placed. We have developed mindset and undeveloped mindset. Let me explain. Developed mindset is actually seeing things from a different view, more like a positive side. Now let me still break it down. Let's assume two students failed a course, like two students failed an exam, and one student is going to, okay, let's say one has a positive mindset, one is going to, a growth mindset, I mean, one is going to see it as, I failed, maybe my strategies did not work, maybe my techniques did not work, maybe if I try possible ways I can still excel. Have you seen? That's a growth mindset. You also learn how to identify yourself, like more like differentiate yourself from the identity, like isolate yourself from the occurrence. I'm my best identity. Even if I fail, even if I did not get anything right, it's an occurrence. That is not defining who I am. Have you seen the issue? So a lot of youth, a lot of young people get to fail, and they take it up to themselves. I failed, and that's where I failed. And most times the way you take up words, it can yield more food than it looks like. You get, like, don't there's a saying that don't praise words, like don't take up words more than it is, or don't try, I don't just know, like it's something like don't overpraise the word more than it's like. You get, so it's not, when you feel, you're not going to take it up to yourself as a big deal. What just happened is an occurrence. You just failed. Moreover, anybody can fail. Nobody's an island. So I just feel that is an occurrence. I'm not a failure. That does not define me. That does not saying, that doesn't mean that I'm a failure. Possible, I can still try possible ways, and maybe try harder and succeed, or get that particular thing right. Obviously, so this is mindset, and it comes from our viewing, and it's based on how our mindset is placed already. So we have growth mindset, thinking from a good perspective, and a growth positive side, and the other, well, we have a trim session that we emphasize on mindset. So maybe you just check it out after now. Maybe I don't want to go into that deeply. I'm talking about dark mindset. So let me just be precise. I just feel, okay, I've been saying a lot already. Now I'm saying, okay, the common dark mindset many students have. Now my life can, what's it called, my life can not change. Okay, I said, what's it called, okay, the common mindset, the common dark mindset people have, youth has. Now I tell you that people feeling, our society is filled up. I don't just know how to explain that, but Nobody should call me. Nobody should call me. I cannot answer your call now. Nobody should don't call me. I cannot answer your call. Sorry, someone was calling, so I have to restrict it because I'm streaming. Okay. So I'm explaining. I said majority of our youth have dark mindsets. Do you get? And dark mindset, I mean, is not physical, as I said. How someone mind can be dark or whatever is based on how it's placed and what that person feed his viewing with that eyes, because it comes from. Now if you're always sitting from a negative side or watching negative things and all of that, it comes to your mind, it processes here. Do you see? So it has to come here first and then you act it out, because what you reason and process here, you will just what's it called, displays. Have you seen? So that's how it works. And many people are getting it wrong. Okay, so I said many people feel that nothing good can come out from them. And let me tell you, one thing about that mindset is once you have it, it's just like restricting yourself. That's a big restriction. Feeling that you cannot, that's more like negative one. I cannot, and probably you cannot because you feel that you cannot, and it's going to be repeating in your mind, you cannot. Even what you can, you will be like you cannot, and there's no way you can because your mind is only or is always telling you cannot. Have you seen? So words as well can affect. Where does know, words can motivate. Actually words is liked. In most cases words gets what's it called, faded out, like words fade away. Do you get? But we'll tell you that most cases words affect. So when we talk about motivation, we talk about motivation is not enough. Motivation is just a way you may be motivated to act in a certain way, and you get to some point to an extent that motivation is going to be faded out. You're going to be left with nothing, and if you have not actually attached discipline to that you have started, or you're going to stumble because you started with motivation, and being that motivation is okay, being that motivation is going to be inefficient to actually sustain you, because it's just a word. Now I may be motivated to act in a certain way, and if I'm not longer hearing that word that motivated me, at some point I'm going to give up. At some point I will be tired and frustrated. I can start to stop. Now if actually there is discipline, what's about discipline is that even when you're failing, you're doing it. Even when nobody is applauding, you're doing it. Even when nobody is seeing you, you're doing it. So motivation cannot drive you, more like discipline. Have you seen? So we always advise people, if you're ever building anything big, like if you're ever trying to stretch yourself in anything, trying to or what do you call, get yourself exposed, like trying to crown yourself. I don't just know, it's just more like develop yourself, right? To develop yourself in anything. Motivation and alone cannot take you up, like it cannot sustain you. Discipline is okay. Discipline does, like I just try explaining that. Let me not go into that deeply. Well, anyway, guys, I don't know. I don't want to feel too easy. Okay, let me continue. I said, oh, my life cannot change. Now, this is a wrong mindset. People feel that their life cannot change, and most of the times, comparison. And we said this comparison is too much. The comparison is too much. We said if your life is built on comparison, it's going to be a destructive one. If you're always comparing people, if you're always comparing your life with people, you're going to live your life and start living their life unknowingly to you. That's just the plain truth. Act like that's the reality. If you're always comparing, you're going to live your own originality and you're going to start living theirs. I know what that means. Destruction. Obviously, so the aspect of comparison is not even good in any way. Actually, you can learn from people. You can get to learn from people, or let's just say people's life can motivate you. Comparison is very bad, more than it looks like. It's just a word, comparison, but it's destroying life. Comparison is destructive. Do you get? So that's not just anything that, or let's just say that's not a good or what we can advise our youth or young people to actually adapt. No, someone can inspire you, someone's life can motivate you, but at some point you get you have to, what's it called, limit yourself, because anytime you start comparing your life with someone else, like someone's own, know that you're actually limiting yourself, like you're actually moving out from your own originality, because it's obvious everybody has different DNA, everybody is created differently. So there is saying that you cannot play your part more than me. The same thing, I cannot play your part more than you. So that assume that means that everybody has its own uniqueness. Like there is some point that you're good. So the that aspect of comparison is not just advisable for our young people, and we said it has caused more harm than good. Anyway, guys, depending only on certificate, we talk about life after school, and which I should many students should know. And most times we emphasize on certificate alone cannot sustain you in the real life, because real life a lot is going to be coming, pressures or expenses and all of that. And most times young people get to be unemployed in the real world, like when that job market is said to be competitive, and a lot of people are searching for the same particular work, thousands of people, and it's going to be very, very competitive and frustrating. And in most cases, many people are not going to be employed. That is the actual truth. And even when the best government comes, it cannot employ everybody. So that means so many people are going to be unemployed. And imagine it, if so many people are if so many people are going to be unemployed, and those people that are going to be unemployed don't have any skill, don't have any income stream, don't have any, what do you call, anything that can yield money. What do you think that it's going to be happening to them? That is why we tell people, this is a reawake call. This is telling you to reawake from your unconsciousness. Like, let me not call it unconsciousness. Like, youth are living for the moment. They are not planning for the future. There's no succession. Okay, succession plan is more like planning ahead, planning your 4 5 years ahead. Now, youth, nobody is telling them. That's just the truth. Nobody is telling them. And being that nobody is telling them, so that aspect of planning for the future is ignored. Have you seen? So they're just going to come out in the real world being stuck, looking frustrated already. And that is more like jumping into the river when you cannot swim. Moving into the real world unprepared is more like diving into the big ocean when you cannot swim. I know what that means. Now big fish go swallow you. Have you seen? So it can really frustrate, and we don't want this, and UF don't want it. Like, I don't just know, we don't want more of frustrated students, we don't want more of frustrated young people, and we don't want that saying that school is a scam to still increase, because actually school is not a scam. And this more like information are what our young people fail to get. Most of them we are not taught, and being not taught, they are going to be victims. So it's actually reflecting and making it look like school is a scam. So we telling young people is more like restricting that aspect, and trying to make them, so what's it called, trying to help them not to be victims and all of that. So guys, okay, am I side? What's it called? Am I sided? Is it sided? See, my tongue has bent. I cannot talk well again. Hope I'm not sounding too loud. I don't just know. It seems like I'm sounding. Well, it's okay, guys. Okay, I said fear. Okay, fear of failure. I go talk too much here. Fear of failure. Firstly, fear is being afraid of something. And we're saying here, young people are too afraid of failure. And the funniest part of it, there is a saying that everybody that succeeded failed at some point. And the difference between people that succeeded and people that failed, okay, the people that succeeded, that doesn't mean they did not fail. Most of them failed multiple times. But the difference there is their inability to give up, the inability to stop, the inability to, what's it called? Stop going. You know, what is classified as failure is when you fail and you still remain there. But when you fail and still stand up and pursue your goal, you're not a failure, because failure is categorized or is concluded when you fail and you refuse to push ahead. Have you seen? So obviously people that succeeded, people that reached to the end failed multiple times. And I don't know. Well, God, it's fine. Oh, Sounds cool. And we're just seeing it for the first time and you just subscribe. It means a lot. Anyway, much love and we're not taking it for granted. It's cool. And what's your name? Let's shout your name. Let's shout your name. Let's shout your name. Ashley, I don't know, guy. Your name is complex and it's looking difficult. So sorry, I'm never to pronounce it, but it's fine. So we're going to be progressing now. We're going to be progressing now. I said fear of failure. I said I'm going to be elaborating more here because a lot of young people are just they are just afraid to fail. Like they don't like failure. I know one good thing about failure. Failure has just is very very people don't know. Failure has a good thing. Oh, failure pushes you to the wall. Failure exposes your what's it called weak point. Failure is telling you that you're not ready for this yet. Failure is trying to strive you. Is trying to make you expose your weak points, expose your weakness so that you can buckle up. That's what failure does, and many people are taking it personal. Do you know? So failure is actually telling you that you're not ready in this thing. Failure is pushing you to the wall. It's telling you there is more. You should yield more. You should put more time. You should be competent. Like you should learn more things. Yes, that's just it. Now, if you're seeing failure from this view perspective, that's why I said you're viewing. So if you're just seeing it from that, it affects your mental. That is not killing you. It's trying to or make you buckle up. It's trying to ginger you, motivate you to do more, put more effort, and by so you're going to do so, and by so you're getting yourself competent. There's a saying that you should be competent to an extent that you're too big to be ignored. So it's not talking about a little competency. Competence to be like you're going to be competent too. You're going to be too big. Do you know what it means? That means you're going to be like I don't know how to classify that, but that just being too good to be ignored. So that's just the aspect, and I'm talking about fear of failure, and this failure of a thing, that is to say maybe in the aspect of criticism or what you call insult and all of that. Many young people are not just ready, and it's very very still painful to tell you that every big thing you see, influencers or people that were celebrating today, there was actually a time they started small, because every single thing you see, big or small, started small. Every mansion you see, there was actually a time it was small. So we're here telling you that any big thing you're seeing started small. So you should not be afraid of starting small. And many young people are there. I don't just know, like they don't just want to be pressured, they don't want to be criticized just because they started small. And there's no way you can skip. You cannot, what's it called? Like you cannot jump. Like it's just like counting 1 to 3. You cannot jump one and count 20. Have you seen? So is there's that life is a process. You cannot jump process. Process must be observed. So students, young people should just learn how to observe process. They should just learn how to grow. You know, you can start off small, but you don't end small. That just it. They're saying start off small. It's okay to start off small, but don't end small. Don't remain small. So starting small is normal, but ending small is not abnormal. So if you're ever starting small, just don't make sure you're not ending small. So that's just the emphasis and anything things around that area. Okay, I said fear of failure just depending on certificates are not enough. You should learn skill, you should be competent, you should be valuable, you should have what's it called, demand skills that people want, skills that can give you money in return and all of that. And we're saying here how this mindset destroys students after school, reality of graduation. You know, limited mindset, dark mindset, seeing things from a wrong side and from a wrong perspective is going to really affect you much when you've graduated from a university. In the aspect of real life is harsh, is irrespective of anyone, like it's not respecting you. Real life throws rejection, or what's it called? Criticism, pressure, failure. You're going to see it natural. You cannot or dodge it. It's just to navigate. Now, all these things, real life is throwing these things. What's it called? Like these things are inevitable. You cannot hide from it. It's also stand strong to navigate it. And we're trying to give you what's it called? A level ground. We're saying here, what's it called? Okay, we're just saying how this mindset destroy many students. Now, Many students are just going to graduate only realizing that they were not taught to on this part. We said school teach more of theory car. If you're in school now, you're going to be trained, or you're going to be taught on what you came to study, like on what you're actually studying. Have you seen? So school knowledge is basically what's it called, theoretical knowledge. Orally is limited in aspect of practical, and it's very, very unfortunate that real life rewards proof, results, evidence, what you can give, what's the kind of creation, innovation, at what's it called, creativity you can put in, kind of results you can create, and the kind of evidence, all of these things. This is what real life rewards, and many people is often called practical skill, and it's very, very obvious that many young people don't even have these practical skills yet, and it can really pain. Like practical skills is more like your value, and we said practical skills is not inbuilt. Is not born inbuilt. Like you're not born with it. You get to develop it, more like communication skills. you know in real life and everything, you need communication skills, very, very important, and most people cannot even communicate effectively and efficiently. Now, these are skills, life skills, particularly that you ought to build alongside. And building it, you don't stay, or what's it called? You don't stay on your comfort zone to build it. These are things you build on a regular, intentionally. Intentionality must be there, that you actually need this, and you're going to work towards it, and you're going to achieve it. So that is it. That's the emphasis. Intentionality is what's it called? Binded, and all of that. Okay, guys, how this mindset destroys students a lot when they feel that they are strong, when they feel that they are guided. They're just going to only realize that real life is very, very tough, very, very competitive, very, very like they're just going to realize that they were uninformed. Have you seen? And that knowing alone can really frustrate. It's going to put them off seats. It's going to put them off balance. Now they're just going to be wondering. And many of them, if they don't have income stream, that is failure already knocking at the door. Have you seen? So we're telling people this, we're telling young people this, for them to be aware. Being aware of something keeps you in a better chance or position to navigate, because you're aware of it. That is saying you cannot solve a problem that you don't know. So actually knowing a problem gives you 50% chance of solving it. So students, you have 50% of solving all this. Anyways, it's cool. Okay, the what's it called, reality after graduation result, and the result is always negative criticism. You're going to start regretting, and this is where you see people telling you school is a scam. They regretted why they ever attended university and all of that, just because he failed, and it's not actually school fault. Despite school is limited or theoretically, not in the aspect of practical. That was a call, and it actually my network. Sorry. Cannot pick your call, bro. I dey stream. These people, I don't just know why they disturbing me. I'm streaming and they are calling me. Oh my god. Sorry guys for the obstruction. It's fine. So I just have limited time, just like 2 minutes to round up this live stream session. Okay, I'm talking about the growth mindset. Growth mindset is always in the aspect of seeing things from a positive side, positive mentals, and probably positive outcomes. Now that is it. We said the growth mindset is more like value mindset. Value, yeah, mindset. You're going to always think of the kind of value to create, like more like research, doing things. Have you seen? So you're not just going to be reluctant. You're not just going to fold your arms, because they said real life is going to teach you something that comfort zone did not. Comfort zone is just being comfortable, partying. In school gives a lot of time. We said what, just like your daily routine is silently determining your future. That's tell you that if you're actually working, if you're building up something, probably you're going to be gaining. And we say universities, irrespective of the location, is a training ground for every young person. Is an advantage, not a guarantee of success. Like, it's only telling you that you can. It's just more like a stepping stone to do ahead, like to push ahead. Have you seen? So it's not something you brag about. Like, you get to discover yourself. That's the area and time you ought to discover yourself, know your purpose, and know what you're going and what you're chasing, and make a clearer path on how to go about it. That's more like when you're going to a destination, just like future is a destination. And what every young people does or do every single time is more like trying to navigate, and trying to navigate. If we're going to be seeing future like a transport, like, okay, it was seeing future as a destination. Now if we're actually going to head to the future, that means we're going to take a transport. I'm giving We're going to take transportation to actually get there, either flights or through the road. Now if we're bringing it back to what's it called, sorry, I've lost my mind. Okay, if we're bringing it my back to what's it called, goal. We said goal is more like blueprint, step by step things you take to actually get to your dream or destiny or future. And first of all, you have to, withhold it, behold it. I mean, what you cannot see, you cannot become. Anything you're dreaming of, it comes to your mind. You going to picture it. Picturing comes first. You ought to picture something that you're going to be becoming. That's what they say. You need to picture the future you ought to figure. What's it called? No, you need to picture the future you're going to feature in. I don't know that to say that you need to picture. Firstly, picturing will come. Picturing is just more like assuming the kind of life you want, where you want to end, like things you want. Everything you're picturing it is not in existence yet. You're just imagining it. That's the right word, imagination. You're picturing it, you're processing it, and it's not develops you working, like it develops to outcome or goal. You're going to look for possible ways to actually get there. Have you seen? So picturing comes first. When you're pictured it now outgrown picturing. It's now what's it called, start displaying by your actions, by your routine, by your disciplines, and by your habits. What's it called? I don't know. Oh, that's just it. And through that, it's actually outgrown that, and then it gets to the destination. So I'm serious. Forget that I'm laughing. This is my nature. So that's for dreams and purpose and all of that. And we'll say discipline mindset. Discipline is more than motivation, as we've always been saying. Discipline is doing something even when nobody's seeing you, even when nobody's applauding, even when you're not being celebrated, but you keep on doing. That is discipline, and discipline can drive you to any length beyond motivation. And was it adaptability? The future belongs to youth, people that can really adapt. The world is changing, technology is changing, everything is changing. Now if you're not adaptable, if you're not flexible as a human, if you're not adaptable, that is more like limitation. You're actually changing yourself, because the world is changing. If the world is changing, if technology is changing, if things is really changing and you are not changing, let me not talk, and you're not changing, you know what it means? Like, that is bondage. Like, you're limiting yourself. Literally, you yourself know that you're limiting yourself. And adaptability is more like getting to learn things, unlearn things, and still get to learn currently. Like, it's just more like it has to do with learning also continuously, not stopping. Yeah, that's adaptability. And we said the future belongs to students, young people who can adapt and still remain relevant. Relevancy, like what's it called? Value, relevance, results is the actual thing, and that's what people pays you for. If you cannot deliver value, if you only have theoretical knowledge and you cannot show evidence, proof, or results, nobody is going to look at you. Have you seen? So real life rewards, and that's why we tell you people don't buy products. If a commodity cannot satisfy someone, if it cannot actually give out value, you will see that people are not going to purchase such commodity. So if any commodity is often purchased, that means that commodity is actually satisfying maybe the consumer, the person consuming it. In other words, if human being does not have value, if you don't have anything to prove, result to show, you're going to be irrelevant. Like, there's no two ways about it. So it's just a call to tell young people that you should be competent, you should know things. Your knowledge shouldn't be only academically. It shouldn't be only your mind. Like, it shouldn't be only reading and writing. You should they see that, because there is a lot of people that can do that. So if you're actually going to be different, unique, and like a kind of that, you're going to actually exceed that. Anyway, guys, we have limited time. Jesus, our time is running. The live stream session you just say do it for 50 minutes is even more, bro. Anyway, well, you see, then that's cool. Okay, we just say that adaptability and was saying how students can escape this dark mindset, escape routes, running routes, how students can escape dark mindset. Now we're saying control what you feed your, what's it called, mind with. In other words, controls what you see, control what your eyes withhold, behold, because your beholding comes first, and that's what you feed it to. So that's a call, like you're going to start going into positive things more, getting to learn, do more of content, or what do you call, or educational content, and getting to advance, get to meet people, intelligent people, people that are better than you, role models, like people you're inspiring to be like. Do you get? So this is just more like advancement and is in a positive side. That's more like control what you feed your mind with. Learn a skill. Skills is several, like it has several areas. So skills, communication skills, adaptability, all of these, just like it's, I was saying, stop comparing your life. If your life is built on comparison, you're actually out of the way. You're actually neglected your own originality or your original life. You're probably living someone's own life unknowingly to you. So, and the effects of comparison, you're going to start criticizing yourself. You're going to start, or it's going to look like life is unfair to you. Every other person is succeeding, you're the only one left, and it's very, very unfair to tell you that social media is editing. It's more like showing more of editable lifestyles. Most of the things they are fake. Obviously, so if you're only riding on that view, what you're seeing there, you're going to be stuck at some point, and that's frustration. Okay, stop comparing your life and just surrender or surround yourself with serious people. In other words, serious minded people. Now, they said your friends, people around you has a way of affecting your ambition, your growth, your mindset, your habits, and all of that. Of course, it's true because people you're often communicating with, it gets some point. At some point, they are going to start influencing you, either positively or negatively. So either of them can actually affect you. So the best, the safer side is just surround yourself with positive people, intelligent people, good people, because that's what you get in return. And the real truth about success is not easy. But everybody, if success is easy, everybody would have been successful. And success starts in the mind. Anything you cannot think, anything you cannot reason, anything can you not, what's it called, access in your mind, you cannot become it. So that is, you cannot solve a problem that you don't know. So you cannot become who you don't know. You cannot become something that you're not thought, you have not thought of. Obviously, so it comes of us comes to your mind. So your mind has a lot to play in the aspect of your life and future and all of that. So mindset is important, and it's best you develop it more appropriately, and maybe a growth one. Anyway, guys, we're running out of time. Just 15 minutes. We're ending the live stream session, and we've discussed a lot already here. And for the sake of people seeing me for the first time, we are UF Graphics. Maybe you will just check us on any of the social media platform. We are here on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and every social media handle, YouTube or UF Graphics. Maybe you just check us out and follow us any other social media handles. Maybe message us, we'll get to contact, and maybe we'll get to talk better. And you're on YouTube, we stream, so you can just subscribe to our channel so that you'll be notified anytime we're streaming. We stream here every single day, and we are always active, guys. So much. I really appreciate every single person that participated. We're running off time, like we're backing off, and I'm using this medium to thank every single person here. Your presence here was not taken for granted. It's not even taken for granted. I so much regard that, and it's not taken for granted. So much love, guys. We're going to see tomorrow as well. We stream every day. You can just check us up every single day. You're going to be seeing us popping up. Okay, guys, we're running out of time, and we love you guys, and we're backing on. So share video links, subscribe to our channels to get notified, invite people to our live stream sessions, and interact with us better. Okay, thanks for joining every single person. We're going to talk later. Okay, guys, our time is up. 10 seconds to go. That sounds funny. Cool. Yeah, yeah, backing off.